What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, August 4th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on and talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's going to be coming on with me today. She is a multimedia journalist out of WMTV 15. She is someone who went to the University of Wisconsin, Madison, and she is somebody who we are going to get to know. Right, a Badger, absolutely, Badger alum. We are going to get to know her for her why of getting into journalism, and we're going to get to know her by asking her some get to know you questions. Her name is Shaina Nijhawan. Did I say that right, Shaina?
Close,
Nijhawan.
close enough.
Close enough. Okay. Welcome to the podcast, Shayna. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm glad we made it happen.
We did make it happen, and I'm very, very happy that you're on here for sure. My first question to you is the same as it always is to everybody that's on my podcast, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for wanting to be in the journalism industry?
Yeah, I was thinking about this because I saw, of course, that this is your first question, and I was like, don't overthink it, but I wanted to put a little thought into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately it's to both accurately, but also authentically and passionately tell the stories of people in Wisconsin, which just so happens to be my home. And what's funny is I didn't really know I wanted to go down this path until like my junior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I always really liked public speaking and I really liked people, but was never really book smart, never really loved school, wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then when I thought of broadcast and was introduced to broadcast just through the journalism school, me and my whole family were sort of like, duh, that's like the perfect job for her. um, and yeah, it's interesting. I think people think of journalism as getting the information out. And of course, that's part of it is to get information out. But I think the other part of it is really being able to tell people's stories. I really like the human interest side of things. So I think that's sort of become my why.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Being an advocate for the people, a voice for the voiceless. You hear those slogans all the time. Anytime people say their why of wanting to become journalists. How special is it? Because you know it's a rarity. How special is it to be reporting in your hometown of of Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm very, very lucky. Yeah, here in Madison, it was a great place to grow up. And, you know, growing up, like everyone, I was like, I'm going to get out of here. It's small town Wisconsin. I don't want to be here. And then the older you get, the more and more you appreciate it. It is really special. I don't think I knew that going into the industry, but um, uh-oh, is that my connection or your connection? That's bad.
No, no, no. We're
Okay.
good. We're good.
Okay. Um, but yeah, it became more special, I think, as time went on. And it's, I was fortunate enough that this was my first market, but it makes me wonder if I would have that same passion in a different market that's not home.
Hmm. Yeah, because you're driving around, people see you on TV and they know who you are. You're in your hometown and like you're pumping gas, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my gosh, I see her on WMTV 15." Like that's amazing, right? So I love that. I love that part. I want to ask you about the University of Wisconsin. Okay. And that is obviously a big time university, Big Ten school. Very familiar with that school. Were there any other choices that could have persuaded you from going to the University of Wisconsin, or was you dead set on going there?
To be honest, Chris, I was not very motivated in high school, and my senior year, it's not that I couldn't care less, but I think I pretty much knew that the default was going to be UW, and I was very, very fortunate enough to have the grades and the background to go there. Um,
Right.
but my parents, I wasn't invested enough in school for my parents to be like, oh, let's spend, $60,000 out of state or something. And I definitely wasn't book smart enough to get a scholarship or something. So my parents were like, "You can go to UW." They were thrilled when I got in there, as was I, and then everything ended up okay.
Absolutely. You know, things happen for a reason. I too was not a very book smart type of dude. I didn't get a scholarship at all academically or nothing like that. But, went to a state school, stayed home essentially because I grew up in California and Georgia. So I went out to Georgia and graduated college. And I stayed there. So totally understand what you're talking about. Like just getting into a school, staying at home, getting my education there. So I love that.
How'd you end up in New York?
Well, job. So first I graduated Georgia, or I graduated in Georgia, sorry, Kennesaw State University. I was doing reporting out there, sports reporting. So I was covering football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, all that and above. And I did that for a couple of years while I was still in college, helping out the local newspapers around.
Cool.
Then I went from there to Minnesota, and I got my first full-time job when I graduated in 21, and I was covering 12 high schools and a college, and but also learning how to take photography, also learning how to edit photos, also learning how to write different articles and stuff like that. Then I went from there, then I went freelance and I started just helping out different publications and networks. That's how I got to the Super Bowl this past year and was able to cover that.
Cool.
And then I ended up getting a job out here in upstate New York, where now I get to cover Syracuse University football, the Buffalo Sabres, and the Buffalo Bills.
Cool.
As yeah, so as you know, journalism takes you all over the map. No question about that. And maybe, maybe not you because you're in your hometown. So, and a lot of people want to go into their hometown, but you never know. You might want to branch out. Who knows?
Yep. It's a conflict in my head.
No doubt. I'm with you on that. But yes, that's how I got to New York, the long roundabout answer. I'm gonna ask you some favorite questions, okay?
Okay.
And you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. So here we go. What is your favorite meal that you like to cook?
First of all, I can't cook very well. My favorite meal to eat, we will say, is probably a good steak. But it's like one of
Hmm.
those things where like I like a good steak every once in a while, but I feel like if I had it all the time, it wouldn't be quite as like a novelty. But for
Yeah. Oh yeah.
everyday stuff, I like pasta. But
Okay.
I'm a dessert girl, so anything sweet, chocolate, that's my.
Okay. I'm with you on that. So hold on. So Shannon, you can't whip up nothing in the kitchen. What about breakfast? What about anything?
I can
Anything?
do the basics. I can make pasta and eggs and,
Okay.
like
We'll
put
roll
some
with
stuff
that.
in the oven, but
Yeah.
I blame my
That's okay.
parents. Neither of them cooked.
Oh, okay. I get what you there. I get what you there. Okay. I'm a huge taco person, so I'm very simple and basic. I love tacos.
I
So
like
in chicken, steak, or turkey ground, doesn't matter. I can whip it up
easy.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, with you on that. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Um, that's a good question.
Yeah, got you
Probably,
thinking.
yeah. We'll go Gwen Stefani in Las
Wow.
Vegas when I was really young, but I remember everything. I was like a teenager and it was so memorable. And Sean Kingston opened for her, and that was when like they were, it
Wow.
was supposed to be
Okay.
Akon. Akon was supposed to open for her, and he went to jail that night. And so Sean Kingston had to open up instead.
That is hilarious, yo. I love that. Oh my gosh. And Lord have mercy, one of his hit damn songs is Locked Up. That's crazy.
Of course.
That's just crazy. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. Okay. Sean Kingston, definitely remember him. He had the song with Breezy and called Beat It. You remember that? Do you remember that song? Beat, beat, beat it, beat, beat, beat
I
it.
don't remember that one.
Really?
Me
That's
Love
one of
was my
his.
my like, Me Love and like
I know
Beautiful
that one.
Girls, like all the
I know
classics.
that one. I know that one. Yep,
But
yep,
yeah, Gwen
yep. Okay.
Stefani, and then I saw her again with her band, No Doubt, which that was really cool too.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani is well, and Lord have mercy, one of her hit songs is with Akon too, "The Sweetest Thing," if you remember that. Yes,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. Okay, I'm with you on that. That's what's up. One of my favorite concerts was The Weeknd. So
Oh
I
yeah.
love The Weeknd. He's a great vibe. Saw him live. It definitely changed my perspective about him. His Starboy album is still one of the best albums I've ever heard, ever. No
Yeah.
question.
Great
Okay,
artist.
with you on that. With you on that. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Um, probably Barcelona, Spain was beautiful and
Wow.
amazing.
Mm.
Um, trying to think of
Was that
somewhere
a was
else.
that a was that a family trip or was that a girlfriend trip? What was that?
No, that was a family trip. And yeah, that was amazing. Also, just in general, we did a Mediterranean cruise, and that was really amazing.
Mm.
We stopped along the way in Italy and Spain, and that was really amazing. So that's probably my favorite trip.
Now, I just recently went on a cruise myself because one of my favorite places was Jamaica.
I'm going in a
That we
week.
went,
I'm going in a week.
oh, really?
I've never
Really?
been, and I'm going in a week. I'm super excited.
Are you going on a cruise or you just flying there?
No, we're just flying there.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
I think you're going to have a wonderful time. There's no question about it. Great vibes, great food, great people, great beaches, and the weather is just amazing. So I think you'll have a very, very good time. It's one of my favorite places that I went to. Now, the cruise ship I went on was MSC Cruises. What cruise ship did you go on?
I don't know why I haven't heard of that. We went on Norwegian, I believe.
I know about that one. That's actually one we're checking out for next year, early
Highly
26 to go on the
recommend.
cruise.
Highly,
Absolutely.
highly
Okay.
recommend. Yeah, I'm hoping though in Jamaica, we got the good deals because it's off season. Hopefully, we don't get swept away in a hurricane or something though.
Yeah, the only downside to Jamaica was not being able to do the excursion. The excursion was kind of like a whitewater rafting
Oh,
excursion.
cool.
Uh because the rainforest was like flooded, we couldn't go through it. So that was the only
Yeah,
downside, but that's okay. That
that's
was all
okay.
right.
It'll still be amazing, so it's okay.
Absolutely, no doubt. I'm a sports person, so I gotta ask you this sports question. It's a two-parter. So, favorite sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Basketball, NBA, Bucks,
Okay. Well, you already
and
won my heart, Shayna.
I'm not a bandwagoner. They
Well,
suck and they're going downhill, and they are still my team.
I certainly wouldn't call you that being from Wisconsin. That's for sure. But yeah, 2021 must have been a hell of a year for you when they won the championship for sure.
Hell of a year.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Well, like I said, you already won my heart, that's for sure, because basketball is my favorite sport. So I'll definitely love seeing that in person. I love
Okay.
football on TV as well. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite. But and listen, the Bucks just signed. They might not be as down as you think they might, because the East is down with all those injuries. There's a lot of injuries in the East. The Knicks are going to be there. The Bucks will be right there too, especially with them signing Miles Turner. But don't let me bore you half to death with the sports stuff, because that's my field. That's what I love to do. So I can talk your head off with
Well,
that.
they'll get
I
you
think the
excited. They'll get you excited, and then right when you think they're gonna, win it all, then they'll get their injuries too.
That's very true. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes for
Knock on
sure.
wood.
No question. Right, no doubt. Last of the favorite. I've never been to Madison, Wisconsin. Matter of fact, as I recall, I don't think I've ever been to the state of Wisconsin before. But I would love to know, what is a favorite restaurant that you like to eat out at?
Oh man, that's a hard one. Oh wait, no, it's not. My favorite restaurant ever is called Mint Mark, and they specialize in smaller plates, but it's like they kind of change the menu every day. They have a couple staples that they keep on there all the time, but then they switch it up every day. And it's one of those
Okay.
spots where like you go with a friend and you order like three or four things to split and pass around and like tapas style.
Okay, I would definitely keep that in mind. Mint Mark. Definitely, because I love trying new restaurants. Obviously, if I'm in town and you're in town, I would definitely have to stop off and say hello to you for sure.
Anytime.
I love that. I love it. I want to talk to you now about your day to day.
Okay.
As you know, as a multimedia journalist, no 2 days are ever the same. Every day you go in, you're doing something different, you're pitching something different, talking to somebody different. But that's one of the main reasons why we love our job as a journalist, because we get to do different things and meet different people, and it's not redundant, over and over again. I don't know if I could sit at a desk and do 9 to 5 work every single day. I'd probably be bored out of my damn mind, to be honest with you. Talk to me about your day-to-day process of getting stories together. Are you a one-man band? Do you write, edit, shoot? Do you carry the equipment as well? Or do you have a photog? How many stories do you do a day? What is your hours? Because we know journalists sometimes work crazy type of hours, especially having those Monday, Tuesdays off. That's a funky type of 2 days off, right? But at the same time, that's the life of a journalist.
Yeah, don't even get me started with the schedule, Chris. Don't even get me started. Uh,
Right, right.
but no, I'm a nightside reporter, so Wednesday through Sunday, 1:45 to 10:45 p.m. Um,
Mm.
and yeah, it's funny because I've been in my full time role for about 3 years now and at the station for 4 years. And I've only felt really comfortable and like I found my rhythm with pitching in the last year or so. It's really it's
Mm.
something that it's not easy. Like, and I'm from here. That's coming from someone who grew up here and had some contacts. It's still really tough to find stuff that is considered newsworthy and also just kind of get the hang of what is considered newsworthy, and every station's different too. So um, we do have to come in and pitch a few ideas every day. We have an editorial meeting where we all kind of collectively decide. You've probably heard this explained a million times. You probably know the whole
Sure.
process already.
Sure, sure.
But yeah, we pitch it to the editorial meeting. We all collectively decide what the reporters are going to be on. And then from there, spend an hour or two making phone calls, setting interviews up. In an ideal world, we have the story set up already from like the day
Mhm.
before, but that's an ideal world. It's not often. Um,
Right.
take those couple hours to make the calls, set things up, then go out, get your interviews for a couple hours, get the B-roll. We are a one man band. I always joke that the multimedia journalist role is just a fancy way of saying you're going to do all of the work. Um,
Right.
it's you're shooting, you're writing, you're editing, you're fronting on air, you're doing it all.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, after we collect everything, get back to the station by between 6:30, 7 o'clock. Put together something for we have a 10 o'clock is our main like channel NBC show, but then we have like our sister station at 9 that does a show as well, and so prepare typically a shorter segment for that one and then the full segment for the 10 o'clock. Um, then write up a
Mm.
web story, and then the day is done.
I love it. I do. And see, a lot of people, uh, they get a misconception sometimes, Shayna. They really do. And the misconception is that they see the pretty lady like yourself on TV talking about news, going to people's area and neighborhood, and they don't know all the things that encompass a multimedia journalist, right? Because all they see is, like you said, the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock, the final product
Mm-hmm.
of what you have done all day. But there's a lot that leads up to that. They don't know that sometimes when you go out on these assignments, sometimes your sources and interviews break down. Sometimes you have to do write, edit, and shoot and do all the stuff. And you're like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this in on time. I'm on deadline. Sometimes you be in the car doing makeup because you don't have like a makeup room. I don't have those problems with makeup, that's for sure. But
No
I know a lot of
judgment.
people that do. No judgment here. Um, this face unfortunately stays the same all the time. So it is what it is. But you know, like I said, it's people don't understand that because they feel like it's a glamorous type of lifestyle. So it's a misconception almost of what reality is with a multi-journalist. And this is why I have the platform that I have, is that I wanted people to understand that this is a beautiful job. It's really wonderful. but you have to know everything that comes with it. And you can't just be, you can't just think it's one way or one thing and get in this industry for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And yeah, for sure. And like it's I don't want to sugarcoat it either. Like it does take a while to find your rhythm. As
Hmm.
you probably know, to find your rhythm with shooting, to find your rhythm with editing, like
Hmm.
it takes a lot of patience and but I have a really good team at my station. I'm really lucky. I have a lot of good coworkers who are always willing to help. So that always helps.
Absolutely. And you're on the broadcast side, and the broadcast side is a little different than the print side. I mean, I've been
Mhm.
doing print for
Yeah.
majority of my time. I've been in this industry for about 8 years,
Okay.
with a combination of the three states that I mentioned before. But still in all, it's a tough job to do. It's long hours, like you mentioned. Sometimes you have breaking news where you got to come in early or stay late. And like we mentioned before, the off days are kind of wonky. Like your weekend is really Monday, Tuesday. I remember having a weekend. I had my days split when I was working in different publications. It would be Sunday and Wednesday, which I hated. I really loved to have that back-to-back time, but that's just journalism life. That's how it goes, especially when you're in sports. You do sports kind of like how you do night side. It's
Sure.
nights and weekends.
Yeah.
So that it definitely can take a toll on you, which is a great segue to this next question, Shayna, and that is mental health and work-life balance. Now, a lot of people I've known have dropped out of this industry because of mental health. They dropped out of this industry because of work-life balance. They couldn't find the balance. And it's tough to do. You're never going to 100% have it, that's for sure. But it's just tough to sometimes find it. And you hear words like burnout,
Mhm.
overworked, underpaid in this industry. Talk to me about how you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work-life balance because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you, and I'm sure your friends say the same thing. But
Thank you.
you seem very you're very welcome. But you seem very dedicated to your job as well. Tell me, how do you have that balance without, experiencing burnout and keeping your mental health strong?
Um, I don't know. To be quite honest, I make it I make it work. I think it helps that this is gonna sound like kind of a cliche, but like it doesn't always feel like work per se.
Hmm.
Like it's really rewarding. Like I go home and I still, which this is probably not great, but I go home and I'm still like tracking things and like, which when I say that out loud, I'm like, I really need to have more of a work life balance. But
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I think I'm really lucky because I'm home and I have a lot of support. Like I have a lot of friends here, a lot of family here. I feel for the people who and the journalists who go to random cities and who don't have like any know anyone in a
Yep.
city. I feel like my support system is honestly what gets me through most things. Um, that and just yeah, I don't know. I like pitching, like I said, I really like human interest, that side of things. And so when I do those kinds of stories and I'm doing stories that I really enjoy and I've pursued, it doesn't feel like work all the time. It's really enjoyable to put these things together and see the final product, which again kind
Yeah.
of sounds like a cliche. And obviously, there's days where I do not want to go to work and where I think about calling in, but
Hello. I'm with you on that.
yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I think just being aware of that balance and treating yourself, making time for joy and relaxation too every once in a while.
I like that answer. I do. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it that way. With people being at home in their hometown,
Yeah.
it that does bring a sense of joy, a sense of wow, I have huge support systems outside of my family and friends, also the community that knows me.
Yeah.
They support as well, which is amazing to hear, no question about that. But it brings again another great segue of a question, and that is advice. Um, I'm sure you get interns there at the station. I'm sure you've had people in college or people that are in college or just about to graduate ask you this question. But what kind of advice would you give someone that is in college or maybe an intern at your station about being in the broadcast journalism field?
I would say that if your initial intuition is that broadcast is something that you would enjoy, like the hustle and bustle of a newsroom, like, you don't go into this industry not knowing what it's like in the news. And it's like, it's going to be the hustle and bustle and the news of day. That being said, I think
Hmm.
that within broadcast, there's a role for literally everyone.
Yes, it is.
There's the introverted, people who prefer to be more behind the scenes who are directing. There's the folks in engineering who like to interact with different people every day, but also like to be a little bit more behind the scenes. There's a photog where you're still going out and getting stuff, but you're not necessarily on air. There's truly something for everyone. So it's like, I don't think people need to go in. I think a lot of people do go in with a mindset of like, I want to be on air. I want to be a news anchor. I want to be a news reporter. And it's like, there's a lot of different parts that, a lot of different roles within broadcast that all are just as important, if not more than some of the on air roles. So um, that's probably one piece of advice. Um, and another one is you have to be really really open to rejection, and a
Mm,
lot of it is putting your ego aside and not taking things personally because you are dealing with thousands of people um, from all different kinds of backgrounds, all different demographics. You don't know what they've been through or what they're going through. Oftentimes, these are people who have gone through a lot in their lives, and
right.
they're not going to be the nicest to you, or they're not going to like how the end product comes out, or they're not going to, um, they don't want to do the story in the first place, and it takes some coercing. Like, there's just always going to be kind of negative feelings. Like it's not always going to be smooth sailing, but you just can't take it personally because there's a lot of times where it's going to feel like hurtful, and you're going to feel
Sure.
offended about something like, oh no, that city official like really didn't like my story, and now I don't think they're going to like me anymore or do stories with me. It's like, move on. Like, not everyone's always going to like your story, and you're some people always say if you're not pissing people off, you're not making people mad, then you're not doing your job. So it's like
Absolutely.
you gotta be willing to step on some toes and get your feelings hurt a little bit.
Yeah, have a little bit of thick skin, right? It's thick skin that people that we talk about in this industry, that you definitely got to have because, not only was people in stories, but you got trolls on the internet. There's many people that have came here on my podcast, especially the ladies that I've done, that said that they get comments about their hair, the way they dress, what they do, and it's absolutely insane. It's crazy that people would take time out of their day to write a letter about what the hell you wearing on TV instead of caring about the actual topic that you're talking about. It's just wild and insane. But it is something that you definitely have to deal with. It's a real thing. And that's why I love asking the advice question because you get advice like that always. And just to piggyback off that, something that you said, I would say try everything to high schoolers and college people, I tell them to try it all. Because, like you said, there's so many roles in communication and that's the one thing I learned doing this podcast for sure, is that there are so many different jobs in the communication media field. I'm intrigued. I would love to learn about some of these jobs and what people do, because it may interest me and it may interest you. You just
Yeah,
never know. That's why you should try it all.
yeah,
So I love that
absolutely.
advice, what you said.
Thank you. Yeah,
You are very welcome. Very welcome. Now, this is a bonus question, and I just thought of this, listening to you talk.
yeah.
Um, Doing stories, we know that there's cupcake stories, soft stories that warm people's hearts and, make them feel fuzzy inside and all, lovey-dovey and all that. We know that. And that's great. But the hard news stories are also something that we have to do as journalists as well. How often do you take hard news stories home with you? Is it hard for you to separate it, or do you leave it there at the station?
That's a great question. And actually, to my surprise, it's been something that I've really been able to separate, um, which you could look at as a pro or a con. You know, sometimes it's like, am I desensitized a little bit? But I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm still just as empathetic and compassionate
Hmm.
as I was before the job.
Right.
But I think, um, God, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry.
It's okay. That's all right. You was on the road for a minute, but go
Yeah.
ahead. Hard news stories.
Yeah. Thank you. Um, but I don't think I usually take it home with me. One thing that my bosses sometimes get a little frustrated with is I'm a really big animal lover. So sometimes I would say in any, if there were any topic or department where there would be some bias, like that's one where I really got to keep myself in check because it's hard
Hmm.
sometimes. I really love animals and you see a lot of things in this job. So um, that's something that's hard and sometimes I take home. But I try to separate the two and like I said, it's a really rewarding job. So it's like even being sad about something, it's like, okay, well then what can I do to like counter that and to make things better and to turn it into a positive somehow. It's like there's always a next step or call to action.
Absolutely. I hate animal cruelty. I really do. I'm a huge proponent for animals as well. I'm a huge dog lover. Love dogs. But I really just hate seeing animals just be, beaten or just cruelty done to them, period. So I'm totally with you on that. My favorite animal is actually a panda. I know, a little weird, but I like pandas from San Diego. And that's where San Diego Zoo is one of the best zoos in the world.
Yep.
And pandas are black and white. And yeah, so I love that. I love pandas. And so that's amazing. What's your favorite animal?
Oh gosh, I have a few. I love dogs too, of course. I really like
Hmm.
dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
They're super smart and very sweet. And I just swam with some in Mexico. That was really fun.
Hmm.
And I really like bunnies too.
Okay,
I've always wanted a
bunnies.
rabbit growing up, but my parents never let me, so maybe I'll get one someday.
I hope so. I hope so. I actually swam with dolphins in Jamaica. That's what I
Oh my
did.
gosh,
That
cool.
was yes, I did a second excursion because I told you one got canceled, so the
Right. You
other
got to
one
make
was
up for it.
So yeah, swimming with dolphins, and then we went over to a Stingray City, and we was able to swim with the stingrays. So that
Oh,
was pretty good too.
cool.
Yes. We have reached a portion of my podcast, Shayna, to now we're going to do my interactive game called This or That. It's
Okay.
an interactive game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's very simple. I'm gonna throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Shayna, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? KFC or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Girl, you on point like a period right now. Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's keep it up. Out of these two flavors, which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Lemon pepper.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Both?
Okay, I like that. Now which one is 51% and which one is
Okay, fine. We'll go
49%?
probably dry.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Unpopular
I'm with you on that.
opinion.
It is, but that's okay. Listen, be you. Do what you do, okay? Now, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Okay. Now, are you a dipper? Do you like to dip your wings into sauce?
As opposed to what?
As opposed to just getting messy with it and then get a wet wipe and go to work.
I'm a dipper, I'm not gonna lie.
That's okay. Listen, hey,
No,
damn it.
I could tell by your tone that one was a little bit more preferred than the other, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna get wet with it. Yeah, there's no question. I'm definitely going. Yeah, put that sauce on there and let me just go to work. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But listen, no judgment here. Okay, say it with your chest if that's what you want to do. Okay, I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. These next five have to do with music concerts that you rather attend.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna.
Now, you gave a side-eye look before you said that answer. What's
Yeah,
going
because
on
both
there?
are. I would definitely go to both, of course, but Rihanna. I have to go Rihanna.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Listen, they only gonna get tougher from this point. So here
Okay.
we go.
I love music too.
So do I. Which music concert would you rather go see? Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
That is a hard one. You'd
I
think I would have had an answer for this, but I haven't thought about it.
I told you they're gonna get harder as we go.
Probably Drake.
Okay. That wasn't confident at all, just to let you know, Shayna, but
No,
that's
it wasn't,
okay.
and I'm not confident in that answer.
I totally understand. But listen, we gonna rock with it though. Drizzy is very good. So is Kendrick. Just want to preface by saying that you love both, but you got to choose one. It's
Agreed.
this or that.
Yes.
Okay. So, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Cardi B or SZA?
SZA.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Ariana Grande or The Weeknd?
The Weekend.
Okay, I like that. Last of the concerts. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see J. Cole or Lil Wayne?
J. Cole.
Oh, you know you some J. Cole.
Top. Yeah,
Oh,
he's one of my favorite artists, so I have to go J. Cole.
okay, I'm with girl. You gonna make me blush. You know how hard that is for a man of my pigmentation? Straight up. I love that. That's what's up. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, you got some great music taste. But here we go. Let's continue with this or that. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
Decent.
Okay. I call cap. I'm just saying that right now. I call cap. But you say decent, huh? Do you need the bumpers? Let me ask you that before I
No,
say
of
that.
course
Hold
not.
on. Listen, listen. That is a question. That is a viable question, by the way. I'm just asking you
No.
because many people have came on here saying that they would love to use the bumpers, which I told them you be playing in a lane by your damn self because
Yeah,
there's no
that's
way.
lame.
Can't have a grown person playing with bumpers. This is
I
not
might
we
as well
bowling
use
in
the
public.
ramp too.
Hello, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. You know what I mean? Okay. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Football or baseball?
Neither. Um, Football probably.
Damn, you do have football teams out there in Wisconsin. What about the Badgers? You don't want to watch the college football?
Talk about on the decline.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
our teams have been on
yeah.
the decline. But probably
Okay. What
football.
what about
Baseball
the
bores me.
I'm about to say you got Green Bay out there, the Green Bay Packers. You do got the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean,
I told
we
you
just talked about
Bucks.
the Bucks. You did. You did say the Bucks, which again, I'm so happy you picked basketball, but I wasn't going to ask you a basketball question because that's obvious. So I had to say football or baseball for sure. Um, you mentioned earlier in the podcast that you like desserts, that you're a dessert girl. Okay. So I'm going to name four categories of desserts,
Okay.
and you get to choose one of these categories that you'll never eat again.
Okay.
Here we go. The first one is candy.
Okay.
The next one is cookies.
Okay.
The next one is grouped together. So they're cake slash pies.
Okay.
The last one is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy.
I'll say you on point like a period again. That's what I would say. Because
I'm
I
a
would choose
shopaholic.
candy. Okay. Okay. Now tell me, what is your favorite ice cream?
Ben and Jerry's Milk and Cookies.
You lying. Are you serious?
Dead ass. Sorry, I
Wow.
shouldn't say that.
No, that's okay. That's all right. You can say that.
Professional.
The only reason why I say that is because I grew up in the West Coast, which had many Ben and Jerry's and Baskin Robbins,
Mhm.
and I'm a huge milk and cookies person with Ben and Jerry's. I'm a huge cookies
Oh,
and cream. That
it's
is
so
my
underrated.
favorite ice cream. Seriously, my favorite ice cream. Every time I go to the store and I have to find me some milk and cookies. I
Yep.
really do.
I usually get like 4 or 5 at a time. They're so good.
They are pretty, very good. Very okay. All right. That's what's up. Now, do you like potato chips?
Sure.
Okay, same format. I'm going to name four brands. You have to choose one of these brands that you'll never eat again. So here we
Okay.
go. First one is Doritos. The second one is Lay's. The third one is Ruffles. The last one is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Ruffles.
Oh, hell no. I cannot believe you said that with a straight face. That is crazy.
Ruffles?
That's crazy work.
I don't think I've had
Wow.
Ruffles in ages.
Oh my. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, you're very
We were on a
talented at
streak until
reporting.
now.
Right. You're very talented at reporting. You are very knowledgeable about what you do. You gave great advice. You're very beautiful as well. You can't have it all though. So you just proved that you're not perfect. You're just not perfect. And that's okay.
So
Because
what would you choose? Not Pringles.
I know I would choose the one that you didn't choose. That was Ruffles. I would choose that as my favorite one. But the one I would choose that as my favorite. But the one I would choose is Lay's. I would choose Lay's.
Sour cream and onion? Those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
but I can get that with Pringles, and I can get that with Ruffles too.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I can get that. But you're right. That flavor is great. Now, let me ask you, what is your favorite chip? It doesn't have to be from the four I mentioned, but what is your favorite chip?
I should say that I'm not like huge into chips,
Hmm.
but honestly, probably Lay's sour cream and onion.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I like Lay's barbecue as well. I like sour cream. I just don't like the
Or
plain Lay's.
um, puffy Cheetos. Does that count as a chip?
That does. That does. I mean, anything Cheetos is good. That's why they mention Cheetos as a
Okay,
brand
because
because
it's a
how
given.
can you?
Yeah.
Right, it's a given. Like it's so good. Okay, you did pretty good with this or that, except with your chip take. But other than that, we'll move on. I digress, and that's it. And that's what we'll do. But I do love asking this next question, and it's called bucket list. That's what the question is called. I want you to give me a top four bucket list of events or stories that you would like to cover in your journalism career that you haven't done yet.
Hmm, that is a good question.
Why, thank you. Thank you. It took me a while to think of this question, so I
I
appreciate it.
don't know. Nothing immediately
Okay.
comes to mind.
Any sporting event that you might want to do? Maybe NBA Finals there in Milwaukee.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I mean, in a Madison market, we probably wouldn't. But um,
Mhm.
yeah,
True.
something Bucks related would be really cool.
Well,
Um,
maybe what about the parade? I mean, you can cover the parade. I'm sure they would let you do that if there's a Buck celebration. I mean, why wouldn't they want to get that on their Madison market? That'd be amazing. What
because
about
we
red
have
carpet?
a red carpet.
Yeah, I
Oh,
could
so it
totally
doesn't
see
have.
you.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be
No,
like in. Okay, okay.
no, no, no. This is a bucket list of you of
In a
like of
okay.
dreams and goals that you have.
Um, red carpet event would be cool.
I could totally see you doing that. I think you'll be amazing. I mean, you
I
look
used to want to be
incredible,
like Juliana Rancic.
right? I mean, I think you would love talking to different, what, Oscar winners, whether it's movie stars or whether it's Grammys, musicians. I think you'll ask great questions. Most journalists do. So I think that'd be a natural thing for you. I think you look amazing on the red carpet. I think you would just have great questions and great conversations. So that's why I bring up red carpet when I look at you.
That's a good one. We'll go with that.
Okay, red carpet, we could do that. Sporting event. What about maybe a election? Election, doing that.
Mhm.
Mhm. What
Nah,
about a murder case? Murder case?
done those.
Oh, you did that. Okay. What about maybe something that has to do with travel?
We've done that.
Done that too? Wow. Okay. What about maybe another sporting event? Maybe covering a Badgers football game.
We've covered lots of football games. I'm not
Oh,
like, yeah, but something with travel would be cool, like on assignment, like going somewhere else on assignment.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like mostly our like sports people do that for like a finals or something. If one of our teams is doing,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there a particular story? Maybe immigration, homelessness, childcare. Um, maybe
Literally,
there's a human.
we've done
Oh,
stories
go
on
ahead.
every single thing you've just said.
Mm, wow. There's nothing that no, give me one more story. There's nothing else that interests you that you haven't done yet?
There's definitely some. They just can't. They're just not coming to mind.
Hmm. Mm. I can tell this is a good question because them wheels are turning in your head. I
Yeah,
can
I'm
so
really trying
tell.
to think of something.
Yeah. Well, let me give you my four while you think of something. And
Sure.
my four is pretty simple. Obviously, with me being a sports journalist, they're going to be sports related. Um, I want to cover a March Madness, um, basketball. I want to cover a college football playoff game. So a combination of one of those. I want to cover NBA Finals. Hopefully, my Lakers are there. That would be amazing. But I want to cover NBA Finals for sure. I would love to do a World Series. Hopefully, my Padres are there. That would be amazing. But I would love to do a World Series. I'm huge into baseball, and I would love to do a World Cup. I think that would be amazing too. A World Cup. I would love to do that. And honorable mention is the Olympics in 28.
So
I think that'd
every
be
major
amazing.
sporting event.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really
But no doubt. No doubt. Because I've already did the WNBA finals. I've already did the Super Bowl. I've
cool.
done the Masters. I've done those different things as far as that. But I love to do some All-Star games as well. So I'm hoping 26 I hit all of them. That'd be great. So yeah, but definitely the major sporting events for sure.
I think it'd be cool to maybe like report internationally or do like an assignment out of the country. I think that'd be really cool. I like spent 6 months living in Tel Aviv, Israel,
Oh,
like years
okay.
ago, and I always thought if I knew Hebrew, it would be really cool to report there or like some other place where, but it'd be tough because you'd have to learn the language. So,
Absolutely. No,
but
I like that. I like that. That's what's up. Okay. Um, I want to ask you about advice. What is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
oh man, my dad gives me so much good advice. Um, I think one of them is probably one of the keys to happiness is non-attachment and just remaining kind of
Hmm.
you can, you know, be passionate about growth and want to be better, but not be so outcome focused and outcome oriented. It's more about like just evolving as a human and
Mhm.
um that's one. I'm trying to think of another one. Another one is just to when like just always have empathy because you just have no idea what people are going through and
Mhm.
um, even just food on the table, roof over the head is enough to you know is enough of a reason for you to be kind and compassionate to others. There's no excuse.
No, yeah, I love that. And shout out to your dad for giving you some great advice.
Yeah, he
That's
has a nonprofit on the brain science of happiness, so he's a smart guy.
I love that. I love that. No doubt. This bonus question came up in my mind, and that is, give me a couple of stories. You know, you say you've been at this station for a total of 4 years, but in your full-time role, 3 years. Give me a couple stories that you have done that's been very impactful to you in your life.
One that comes to mind, I mentioned I love animals. We had there's a story about this senior dog rescue we have here in Dane County,
Hmm.
where they take in senior and special needs dogs primarily, and it's a foster based rescue, so they're never in like a shelter. They're always at someone's home. Um,
Hmm.
and we often get shipments of dogs from the south because it's just an epidemic there. There's just no breeding restrictions. So we tend to get a lot of them in the Midwest. And we got this dog who was 13 and a half years old, who spent
Mm.
11 years in the same Alabama shelter. 11 years. And it was
Wow.
the most heartbreaking thing ever. And the shelter reached out to us and was like, we're going to be getting this dog. We want to find, a home for her. If you guys want to do a story. So that was really heartbreaking. But then it was just amazing because we found the perfect people to adopt her. It was like this senior dog home, basically. They have tons of other senior dogs, and they post pictures and videos now, and it's like a different dog. It's just like, even after a few months, it's truly nurture over nature. And like, we did a
Hmm.
follow up story then of how she found this perfect home, and people picked it up, and it went viral. And it was just like the most heartwarming thing ever because it was just like, dogs are so adaptable. So even though she was so old, she was still able to really enjoy her last. She's still alive too. She's still kicking. So that
I
was a
love
really
that.
special one. Um, let's see. There's definitely more. I just have to think of them.
I love that. I do. Give me one more story that comes to your mind that was
Mm,
so impactful to you.
God, you'd think out of like over a thousand stories, one would come to mind. I couldn't even tell you what I
Right.
did yesterday. Um, let's see. I actually did one just the other day
Oh,
about
okay.
this um, nonprofit that's um, they're advocates for women who have been sex trafficked, and they are in the process of building this really big, not really big, but this facility for women who are survivors, and it's going to be sort of tucked away in this discreet location, and it's going to be this like long-term healing facility, and they're going to have like horse therapy, and like an art studio, and um, it's really beautiful to highlight resources like that in the community. And there's like countless stories like that
Right.
you know whether it's a homeless shelter, or there's just a lot of passionate people in the area. Um,
Hmm.
what else? I
Wow.
know as
No,
soon
that's
as we
that.
get off that I'm gonna think of.
You are. You are.
No, I'm
And
gonna
that's
look up my
okay.
author page right now.
And that's okay because I would love to hear more about it, obviously. But no, those two stories are really, really cool. I mean, that's obviously just a small example of stories that really stick with us, story that's very meaningful to us, and why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Um, I got I got two more for you
Okay.
before I let you get up out of here, and one is rapid fire.
Okay.
So basically, Shayna, rapid fire is something that I do with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and that is I throw some things out at you, and you just answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Okay. Juice or soda?
Neither, but juice.
Got you. Oh, so you're a water person. I love that. I'm huge into that too. Huge into water. Um, chicken or ribs?
Ribs.
That was a tough one. I can tell. Favorite Netflix TV show?
There's so many. Oh, Black Mirror.
What the hell is that?
What? Black Mirror? Like the
Yeah,
dystopian, like sort of futuristic, like they call it sort of the modern day Twilight Zone. Look it up. It's so good. It messes with your head. I like the
I'm sorry.
psychological
Yeah.
thrillers and like
Okay. No, I listen. I'm always down for a new show, but I've just never heard of that.
look it up.
I must have been living under a rock. I'm sorry for some reason. You don't have to agree. That's okay, but you did. But it's okay.
I
The
said nothing.
next, right. Your face said it all. I would say the next one is favorite color.
Pink.
Oh, okay, like that. Favorite sandwich.
Grilled cheese? Is that a
Yes, that is
sandwich?
a yes, that is definitely a sandwich, Shayna. No, no question. That's very good sandwich too. Favorite board game.
Sorry.
That's my favorite board game too. It really is. A close second is Monopoly, but that's just me. Okay. Favorite card game.
So I like taboo and like word games. So Outburst, Taboo. Have you heard of that?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I've definitely heard of that. My favorite card game is Uno. I'm a huge Uno person, so I like Uno for sure. Okay. If you had a choice to bring three people with you on vacation, where would you go and who are the three people that you would bring? Now, Shayna, before you answer this, you can pick family, friends, or celebrities, or a combination.
Oh man, that is gonna take me a while to think about that. Huh. I have no, do people know this answer right away?
They do. They
What?
do. Yes, yes.
People have thought about
You,
this?
yeah, because this is rapid fire.
Nothing rapid about
No, no, it's no. You are damn straight about that. There's nothing rapid about your answer
That's
right
not
now,
a
but that's
rapid
okay.
fire question though. You gotta ask something more like this or that, this or that. That's what I think of when I think of rapid fire, you know what I mean?
Okay, okay, I feel
Some
that.
some unsolicited feedback.
And I totally understand and hear your voice concern, but I'm still waiting for the three people and the and the destination. I'm still
Um,
waiting on that.
okay, okay. We will go.
You can go celebrities, so you don't leave nobody else out.
But there's like no celebrities who I'm like that geeked over that I'd want to like go on vacation with them per se. Like,
I can understand that. I feel that.
so I'd probably, I think I'd want to go to Greece.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yep.
And I mean, I'd bring my best friends, of course.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna
probably a
let.
really lame answer, but
Oh, it definitely is. But I'm gonna let you get away with that. I'm gonna let you get away with that because I don't want you to like name people and then leave somebody out and then they're like, well, why you didn't say me? So I feel that. So you just say best friends and we'll keep that, like that. Okay. And by the way, you will love Greece. I think Greece is a beautiful. You would absolutely love it. Got a chance to go there on a cruise, so that's
oh,
amazing.
you did?
So
Nice. Yeah, I
yes.
really want to go.
I'll
Um,
give you some tips for sure if you ever get a chance to go. I'll give you some tips on where to go. Santorini is really good. The Greek food is really good. So yes, you would absolutely love it. That's for sure. If you had a choice to listen to three artists or three songs on repeat and never get tired of them,
oh no.
what three artists or three songs would you listen to?
Okay, this is too hard. It's got to be like five at least. The
Okay,
Beatles. The Beatles.
Beatles. Wow.
J. Cole. I like everything from the Beatles to J. Cole to the Strokes, if you know who those Strokes are.
I do. Yes.
Um, the
That
Beach
is that
Boys. I love the Beach Boys.
wow. That is some different damn music artists you are mentioning right now. That's quite a vibe
I
that you
truly
have
like
going on.
everything. Um,
Okay.
Trying to think if there's a fifth one I can think of.
I don't think you named the female artists on your list.
I do not have a lot of female artists that I listen to. I
Mm,
really do like SZA a lot. Um,
okay.
I mean I like Fleetwood Mac, like old school like female artists, but not like
To
Stevie
listen to them over
Nicks.
and over again. I got you. Got you.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
What about the Weeknd, Lil Wayne, uh, Drake, Rihanna, uh,
I mean, yeah, they're all
any
great artists. They're not like my favorite.
I got you. I'm just trying to help you find a fifth one because I
Oh,
don't know
oh,
what
I
a
see. Well, you said three, so I
right.
was like four is fine.
Okay, four is fine. I do I do like the fact that you mentioned Beach Boys. That's pretty good. Because obviously that's a classic. The Strokes are a damn good band. One of my favorites. No question. I do like the fact that you mentioned J. Cole,
Love
which
it.
that right, Black Forest Hill Drive, that album is classic. No question about it. And I think
Born
the
Sinner is
first one,
my number one.
right, absolutely. I mean, I've been rocking with J. Cole since the Underground and when he had a fade with the workout song. So yeah, I've been rocking with him for a long time. I think the first one that you mentioned, um,
Beatles.
the first, the Beatles. That was my most surprising artist that you mentioned. I was like, you know about the Beatles? I mean,
So my mom especially hippie all through and through. So I listen
okay,
to a lot of
okay.
good music thanks to them.
Yeah, they got some great music, no question about that. I love the Beatles. Yellow Submarine, Yesterday, Let It Be, all the above. I really
Ooh,
love
I
that.
think another one would be Outcast.
Oof, that would be a great number five.
Yeah,
That's a legendary
I could
group.
never get over.
I feel
Yeah.
you on that. Okay, you got some good groups. I want to ask you this. Would you rather be a producer or would you rather be a multimedia journalist? 'Cause I know you've done both roles.
No, I actually haven't produced. I mean, oh, I see,
Really?
associate producer. Yeah,
Hmm.
technically it's they call it that, but it's essentially like a digital internship. Like
Oh,
doing the
okay.
web stories and kind of getting a hang of like that sort of thing. But definitely multimedia journalist.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. Um, if they told you, came up to you last of the rapid fire, if they told you, Shayna, we love that you're a multimedia journalist, but you can no longer do the genre of news. You're going to have to change your genre and do a different one. Out of these three, which one would you do? Would you do travel, entertainment, or sports?
Entertainment.
I totally see you doing that, by the way. I could totally see you as an entertainment reporter. I really could.
Okay, noted.
I think you can kill it. I think you'll kill it.
Thank you.
Um, and I think you have definitely killed this conversation. Has definitely been a very entertaining and enlightening conversation
Yeah.
about your background, about where you came from there in Wisconsin, going to the University of Wisconsin, graduating, and then working in your hometown as a multimedia journalist, which is special. We talked about that. Yeah, great advice, great stories. I'm obviously a new fan of yours. I've been keeping in touch with you now for a good minute, and I'm very happy and excited that you hopped on this podcast. Um, I just want to say thank you for your time and also want to ask this final question, which is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
Just that I didn't know what to expect going into this, and this was really enjoyable. So I appreciate you doing this just for fun and for others' entertainment because it's fun. So appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Sana. I really do. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your Monday evening and your week. You and I will most certainly Be in touch.
Thank you. Take care.